Hi, my name is Chrissy Green and I'm here with another video editing tutorial. This time I had a picture sent to me by someone who was following me on YouTube, and they were having trouble getting rid of this seam that is in this backdrop back here, and they wanted to know the best way to edit that out. I covered up the baby's face there for privacy reasons, just because this isn't my photo, but they did give me permission to use this photo to make the video. So here we go. First off, I think it's a great background. I love to see stripes in portraits. It's great. You don't always have time to iron out your backdrops before you shoot, and sometimes with the really hard creases, ironing doesn't even really get rid of them. And especially if you're shooting with flash, one thing that you'll notice is that something that looks perfectly wrinkle-free will show up every little wrinkle once that flash hits it. So yeah, basically what do you do now? Short of doing a reshoot, which is not always easy with a baby, you edit them out in post. So this is a really easy edit. It literally took me about a minute to do. And you can see that that is gone. So the best thing to do is create a new layer. I always recommend when you're doing cloning to just start with a fresh layer. And that way, if you've cloned over or you've done something and you want to erase it, it's not part of your actual photograph. So I've got a new layer. I'm going to take my stamp tool, my cloning tool, and I want to make sure that up here it says sample all layers, because if it has current layer, I'm actually on a very blank layer, so I'll be cloning nothing. So I want to make sure that it says all layers. Now when I clone, I'll be picking up the layers below. And the best thing to do is to zoom in. Don't be afraid to get right in there in your image. There we go. So what you want to do is determine how wide your your area of interest is, and you want your clone tool to be about that size or just a bit bigger. And because the fewer passes you make with your clone tool to hide the defect, the more successful it's going to be. Stripes are really, really easy, as long as you don't have a lot of distortion. If you have lens distortion, then your stripes may not go perfectly parallel to each other, and you're going to see that here, that as I'm cloning, I'm going to be losing that perfect alignment, so I will have to keep readjusting my clone tool. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick a spot here. You press Alt till you get your little crosshairs, and then you click, and then you release Alt. And then I'm going to go up to where my defect is, and you just have to be very careful how you line that up. And I'm going to click. And I'm just going to follow my flaw until the lines stop matching up. And you can see right there, they're kind of puckering in. So I'm going to go down again on this line, and I'm going to line it up again. And I am just following this flaw. My tool is set to be very soft. I don't have a hard edge on my stamp tool because hard edges show up a lot more obviously. So if I right click, you can see I'm at 0 hardness, and if I was working with a very sharp edged tool, you would see, you can kind of see it there, it leaves a hard edge, and it's a bit of a giveaway. So I do use a very soft feathered tool when I'm cloning. Where were we? So we just want to just keep an eye on making sure that our stripes are lining up as we go. And when you see it start to lose that alignment, we're just going to go back and resample again, and then come in again. And that's literally all there is to it. The only thing that's going to give you away is areas where the line stops aligning, and that's just a matter of resampling and starting over again. Actually, I kind of went the other way on that one there. There we go. And yeah, so I mean, as you can see, it did a great job, and it really only took us about 2 minutes. This is probably one of my shortest video tutorials. So I really hope that to the person who sent me this picture that this helps you out and that you're able to copy these steps. In the comments section, please leave me any questions that you have. If there was something that I didn't explain well, I know that I tend to forget the learning curve. I think I said everything that you need to know. The stamp tool is right here. Make sure sample all layers is on, and make sure it's on a new layer. Like mine is on its own individual layer here. If I had been cloning directly on the bottom layer, it's fine, but then if I were to go in and try to erase it, I'm losing the information from that picture. So that's why I always recommend using its own layer. But I mean, that's about it. I really hope that this tutorial helped you out. If anybody has anything that they're having trouble with in Photoshop that they would like to see a walkthrough on, if you don't mind sharing the picture, feel free to contact me, leave a comment. I'm often looking for new material to make videos on for people, and I don't mind using your photography for that if you don't mind sharing. Or if there's just something that you want to know and you don't have an image, let me know and I'll keep an eye out, and if I come across an image I can use to help show you, I'll be more than happy to do that. So